All right, and welcome again. This is TV 47 Sports Extravaganza. My name is Dan Kamtua. We have a lot to talk about. Remember, yesterday we saw that saga. We've been monitoring on what is happening at the Kandanda House. And drama ya Kenyan football imeanza. Yesterday walisema, niaje tumechuja Hussein Mohamed. Tunaleta mtu mwingine ama McDonald Bariga now will be acting as the president. Alafu leo asubuhi, Hussein Mohamed comes in and says, hiyo ni upuzi bana, hatuwezani nayo. Akasema zile scandals zote mnaona, I'm just fighting corruption, and those guys that I'm fighting are the ones who are fighting me. Apart from the Football Kenya Federation saga, we're having Mashemeji derby tomorrow, Gor Mahia versus FC Leopard, and then Alan Zuki is on ground to give us what is happening when it comes to matters local football, that is National Super League in Kisumu. Mwatate playing against Michael Olunga Foundation Football Club. Alafu from there, we'll be crossing over to English Premier League. Remember the battle for relegation. One team has already been relegated, that is Wolverhampton, and then they are playing against Tottenham live here at TV 47. That's the match that we are going to show you. The relegation battle. Will Tottenham survive? And then we're having the question of the day on your screen. Do you unaekewa hapo? That's the question of the day. Can Roberto De Zerbi save Tottenham Hotspur from relegation? He was the former, or rather De Zerbi is the former Brighton head coach. Now the pressure's on him. Can he save the sinking Tottenham Hotspur? They are playing against Wolverhampton. And again, they have to depend on the West Ham results. We're having like 4 matches to go, or rather 3 matches to go for the season to culminate. I'm not alone. My name is Dan Kamtu. I'm not alone. We're having Sibola. He's a familiar face on the Sports Extravaganza. Leo nimeamua nikuje nipige tu kelele. Unajua Tony hayuko. Sibola is here. Ameamua leo jezi ya Chelsea. Ulishachoka na jezi ya Chelsea? Ba Prince is well known for that clip that trended the other day. Unapenda kusema mambo ya soka ni ngumu. Mambo ya Ball expensive manzi. Madeka is also been there for familiar face on Sports Extravaganza, and then a man who is making his debut on the Sports Extravaganza. Edgar Bwire. Uko aje lakini?
Arsenal, kuna jazi Arsenal, Chelsea, unaweza kama Man City, unaweza kama
Sawa guys, remember my view back at home. Keep the conversation going on our social media platform at TV47 Kenya on Facebook, TV47 News on X, and also live on TV47 on YouTube and Instagram. My name is Dan Kamtua Skofu on all social media platform, X, Facebook, kila mahali utanipata pale, hata YouTube. Anyway, Madeka, what is happening at FKF? Scandals zimeanza, hatujamaliza mwaka moja. It's 3 months, 1 year, 3 months into the new office. But scandal ndo hizi zinakuja.
Kwangu mimi naona ni sababu ya unajua Cup of Nation iko karibu. Na tutaki kuingia Cup of Nation na takataka tutaki. Kwa hivyo definitely kama nani ako na makosa, sababu story iliyopo ni mwanzo naona inagusia sana kuhusu upande wa Chan kulipotea pesa fulani pale, unaona. Na nakumbuka Mariga pia aliongea hiyo story na ikawa wanabishana kidogo na President Hussein Mohamed. Kwa hivyo mimi naonelea tu yani kwa kifupi naonelea tu kama makosa hipo, a step aside, Mariga akwe acting, alafu solution ipatikane kuangalia kuna shida gani, na kama shida hipo pia niende nyumbani pia, kuna kubembeleza.
You know the funny thing is Edgar, the funny thing is ile meeting ikifanywa, Hussein Mohamed was in Kampala after attending that workshop, that AFCON pamoja to AFCON 2027 workshop. Yes. And then in the morning he's saying, I don't know where these guys met. They're supposed to be a certain protocol that we have to follow for us to remove a certain FKF president. There's a lot yenye ikufanywa vile inafaa. Wengi wanauliza ni kipi kinafanyika.
Mimi kivyangu naponiuliza katika kitu ambacho kinaendelea katika shirikisho la FKF si geni, kwa sababu mimi nilikuwa sana, I had a lot of hope in coming Hussein Mohamed and McDonald Mariga as his vice. ila walipochukua hatamu za uongozi, we see this whole saga it's a matter of not leadership but rather accountability.
I mean it, just hold it. I mean it. Sibola, on your side, what is happening with the Football Kenya Federation? Something that we could have tulisema last year tukasema hiyo imeisha. Now tumeingia new era. The new era is not newing.
I'm not that surprised because before Hussein aingie, I used to tell people that if you don't no option tukoma tukiendea Hussein, but Hussein is like a politician, and where a politician is, unajua so many things that happen. I heard about this thing hata before it okay, I had it but totally brush under the carpet. But currently ukiangalia vile iko, I think we don't want to know where the NEC member met. The only thing that we want to know is the resolution is the president himself a step aside, which is okay. To step aside maanisha umetolewa pale na wanachunguza. Na ukiangalia vizuri, the last regime walikuwa na so many things like these ones, but hawako na mtu anaweza simama semeniaje tumepata huyu president na makosa cha step aside. Haikombaki na unapata government inaingilia. Hataki government ingilie story because kiingilia na maanisha tunaweza kosa cost. Tunaweza kosa cost hiyo chan. Africa population. Tunaweza kosa cost because government kiingilia sports. FIFA itakangi hiyo story. But now the NEC themselves wamekaa chini wakaresolve. Wacha step aside kwanza ndio sasa tuone mpangilio inakuaje. But all in all, I think it's high time those people running football here in Kenya to be very serious. Uwezi kunachukua pesa kama ile yote ama ulichukua pesa kama ile yote na unataka kuikula peke yako. Tuseme kula na watu wengine, but it's very wrong. We are seeing tunaona
Sibola, you pointing finger to someone.
Let me tell you one thing.
Sibola.
Unajua nasikia vibaya because I know the states of player when tunaishi nao kwa maisha how they live. Wana stay ni kama house footballers. Lakini unapata one person anakula 40 something million. It doesn't make any sense.
Hussein Mohamed is saying, you know, staki ku point fingers. Hussein Mohamed, who is the Football Kenya Federation president, is saying, you know, everything was followed vile ilikuwa inafaa. Alafu sio sisi FKF tulifanya hii shughuli. Hii shughuli ilipitia CAF. Unaona? Ilipitia CAF, kila kitu kafanywa hivi na hivi smoothly. Yeah. Wapi evidence? Yeah. Usi point fingers on someone.
As much as I have rights to say here and there what maybe I've heard or I want to, you know, it's not, it doesn't really make. What worries me most is this, Duncan. To my opinion, I think first of all, it's a wrong timing in the first place, because where we are heading to in terms of the continental, you know, showdown that we are expecting, I think kidogo tu the matter venye imekuwa handled, Duncan, I think ijakuwa handled in the right way. Again, you need to ask yourself, how is it that under 1.5 years already we shall fall out na some of the NEC members, you know, 9 out of 14 ni wengi sana. Hao ni watu wengi sana, inamaanisha walikuwa na quorum ya kufanya Kenya walifanya. So that should worry you. Then immediately there are no warnings, nothing, barua imetoka, washaweka vice wako. There's a lot of questions. There are a lot of things that we have to be told. But coming to his response, he has a point. Nani ana procure insurance ya Continental Shoppies? Who does that? So was he involved? These are some of the questions we need to ask ourselves before we even judge him or anything. You know, let us allow the investigations to hold. Alafu tujue ni aje. But jamani, mimi naomba, kwa sababu najua naweza ingia mahakamani asimamishe hiyo story. Tusiingilie, because tukiingia kwa hizi mahakama zingine, hivyo ndivyo CAF itakuja na ibani
na makosa itafanyika. Reports says it that Hussein Mohamed and McDonald Mariga walikuwa pamoja in Kampala, yeah, where during that ni pamoja HAFCON workshop. Yes. Mariga akapigiwa simu akatua haraka. It's a boardroom conflict, it's a boardroom thing.
No. For me, it's more of the power struggle in terms of who wants to call the shots at the FKF, which is very unfortunate because who suffers the most is the player. So and also keeping in mind that we are about to host the biggest tournament in Africa, that is the AFCON, and such scandals are coming up and they are cropping up. For me, it's very unfortunate that someone is sitting somewhere and they want to benefit from themselves at the expense of a player.
Okay. Na venye ile statement ilitoka kila mtu alikuwa Kenyan football again, man. Tulidhani kumetulia.
Honestly, we didn't
tuko na jina mbaya majamaa.
We didn't expect that. Alafu unajua honestly federation imekuwa ikitu feed vizuri sana. You know, tumekuwa from one event to another, Harambee Stars, Harambee Starlets,
FIFA series.
You know, FIFA series. Tumekuwa mazee, tumesherehekea sana, alafu tena kitu kama hii inaingia. So Danko, we did not expect such a statement. Hata mimi niliona hivi niko like, what do you mean? And then president is not around.
Mkutano ulifanyika wapi kwanza?
Hii mkutano huwezi jua, lakini you know, even before elections mko wanafanya hizi mikutano.
Usiangalie eti tumefidiwa na FKF imetufidi sijui eti FIFA series sijui kitu gani imekuja kwa wakati wake, sababu FIFA haijaifanya vituko kama hivyo Afrika Mashariki. Si ni kweli?
But it needs
ile nafasi.
No, hatukuangukia bro. We need to understand. We need to understand. Let us also give his office credit, honestly, because without lobbying, without going to such meetings, Danko, hatungepata hizi vitu. You cannot tell me that hakukuwa na mataifa mengine alikuwa anataka.
But we elected you to do those things. Hatukuelect kuje uchukue do.
But hatukuzipata even during the previous regime. Didn't get that.
All these are just allegations.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So let us also give them credit where is due.
Okay, endelea ndio tusikie Hussein anasemaje.
But don't you see, it's so embarrassing for our FIFA president, not FIFA, FK president to be on the front page of a newspaper. Don't you see, it's so embarrassing. It shows how your football or how the fans feels. Don't you see there is something fishy inaendelea kwa FKF? Na ukishikanisha 1+1 utapata also the former CEO that is Ndege, utapata maybe akopia involved kwa kitu in one way or another, but not in a bad way. Maybe ukiangalia akitolewa because this is politics. Utapata maybe akitolewa it's because of this, maybe this scandal imekuja sai.
Chan was in August, right?
Yes.
So the whistleblower had to wait for more than 6 months for him to say this and this is what happened,
in
right?
Kenya alikuwa na
bageni. Hiyo ni Kenya, alikuwa na bageni. Tusikize Hussein anasema. Alafu taendelea. Tusikize Hussein.
We continue this journey of growing and professionalizing the sport. We have taken note of allegations circulating in the public domain regarding insurance arrangements during the CHAN 2025 tournament. We hereby wish to clarify the following. The procurement of insurance for CHAN 2025 was conducted within the framework of the CAF host agreement, which defines the structures and processes governing tournament operations, including the sourcing of key service providers. Accordingly, we state categorically that the required insurance cover for CHAN 2025 was procured by CAF, not myself, and was duly secured and maintained throughout the tournament. Contrary to the malicious reports, FKF did not transfer or pay any money to any insurance company for CHAN competitions. And I can challenge anybody to provide any evidence that FKF actually paid money to an insurance company. We never did.
FKF President Hussein Mohamed, they are addressing the media earlier today on the allegation of the more than 42 million.
Yes.
More than 42 million shillings. Kuna mchezo. A quick one on this one before to move to the Kenya Football Federation.
Okay, I think, let me say, let's say for example, it's true maybe, or maybe it's not true. And I think if it is true, it will be so embarrassing in the whole federation, not only Hussein peke yake. And also kama ni uongo pia itakuwa so unfair for a person mwenye tumekuwa tunamwangalia sana kupeleka football yetu mbele. But all in all, I think this is politics, and naona ni kama there is someone ule anataka mtu asafe because of ABCD. You understand? But all in all, those people running football in Kenya, this is just an embarrassment news that tunaongelea in a show like this. Tunafaa tuongelee how players wanafanya, lakini hatufai kuongelea vile watu wanaiba pesa because of, you know, it's so embarrassing. For me, I think I'm a sad person who loves football in Kenya.
Edgar, quick one on this one regarding what is happening at the Kandanda House.
For me, it's more of I really pray and hope that the government does not come in the football matters in this particular case. I remember the last time when Amina Mohammed, the former CS, was the CS of sports, government got involved in matters football, and we got the ban. So I just hope the government stays aside from this, and we get a solution as quick as possible, and everyone that was involved, I'm not pointing names, not pointing fingers, to be held accountable, so that there could be stringent measures that anyone, or rather anyone vying, or rather anyone within the management of the football federation, anyone in the management of football in Kenya, whenever such scandals, their names come up, there will be very tough penalties towards them, ili kwamba tuhakikishe kwamba soka yetu inakwenda mbele, kwa sababu hapa siku zote mtu ambaye anaumia ni mchezaji, na pesa ambazo zilizotumiwa vibaya, it's the taxpayers money. So naam,
sisi wa fan
na nyinyi Edgar ni fan wa Chelsea, wa Arsenal pia usiana.
Bwana
Anajua leo anacheza na nini Newcastle.
Si wanajua ishaenda. Mimi nikimaliza hapo labda tutafika, lakini anajua. Let me tell you Danko.
I need to move.
Yes, thank you. Mimi I just want to finish by hii ni kitu kubwa sana, but wacha niseme hivi. Ukienda usome report ya NEC members, wao washa conclude that pesa iliibiwa 42 million iliibiwa na wakasimamisha president. But mimi nataka kuangalia hiyo kitu yenyewe, hiyo statement yenyewe inamaanisha nini for the 9 members who sat down and came to an agreement. Je, wameweka wapi the department investigation? Because already there are people and groups washaandikia tayari DCI na washaanza maneno ya kujua nini li happen. So how come the NEC members already established that kuna 42 million somewhere? So is there any agenda from someone somewhere ambaye already alikuwa anataka kuweka hiyo stamp ndio kuchukuliwe iingie hapo? But I pray, kwa sababu I even understand that the president Hussein was to travel to a certain global conference.
Summit, yeah.
Yes. So what is going to happen? Please, wacheni to solve hii kitu before then. This is kind of cool. How come? Ingekuwa allegation waandikie, the NEC members, ni allegation waandikie the Department of Investigation, waambie tafadhali tufanyieni uchunguzi kuhusu kitu.
Washaandikiwa na wanafanya uchunguzi unaendelea.
But unajua but from the statement wao wali-establish.
Were they supposed to wait until Hussein Mohammed is away?
Mimi hata from my first statement, mimi na feel hii haikuwa time poa. Mimi sisemi kwamba hakufanya ama alifanya. Mimi sikufanya, but for the sake of all Kenyans who love football and what we are waiting for, hii kitu ingehandoliwa in another way, na bado waliohusika katika hii pesa, hii shida, bado wangechukuliwa hatua.
Mariga was addressing the media few minutes ago. So tunaweza pata hiyo bite, but sijui amesema nini.
Another one, why are they doing different press conferences? If moja ni president, mwingine ni deputy wake na wako fiti.
Moja ni president mwenye amestep aside.
Yes.
Mwingine ni acting president. Anyway guys,
and it's political, wacha tuiachie hapo. My question.
Football Kenya Federation Premier League, few matches have already been played. Bandari have been beaten by Ulinzi Stars 2-1, wampigiwa kule kwao nyumbani. Mathare United wamepigwa na current reigning champions of the Mozartbet Cup, that is Nairobi United 2-1. Shabana versus Police 0-0, hiyo imeshaisha. Alafu Kariobangi Sharks currently leading 1-0 against Murang'a Seal at the 70th minute.
Jamaa Nairobi.
Jamaa Kariobangi huyo.
Na Nairobi.
Alihama akaenda Nairobi United.
Alirudi.
Usi wa Bango saa hizi. Alihama Oyole saa hii ako the other side.
Jeshi amtai na mama. Walito wengi
hata Arsenal wakichukua ligi atahama.
Unajua
Sasa Juma Shemeji inakaa mzazo umeenda FC.
Anyway, current results. Unajua watu watakuingilia sana. Wanakulima wanasema
hata Arsenal
Kariobangi ukaenda Nairobi.
Arsenal ikibeba nasema Arsenal ikibeba ligi though haiwezi atarudi Arsenal. You know he was at Arsenal before ende Man City. That's what I'm saying.
La kwa jana ndawazima. Lazima hizi nini zenu nyinyi. Current results. Ulinzi Bandari, Mathare United wamepigwa na Nairobi United. Na the funny thing is Ulinzi walikuwa na red card wakipiga Bandari na pia Nairobi United wakipiga Mathare United wamekuwa na red card. Ile game nyingine imesha draw haijakuwa na red card lakini hawajafungana pia.
Hizo za red card ni Nairobi United na Mathare.
Wakapewa red lakini wakashinda.
Kawaida mpira wa Kenya, mimi saa zingine ongea ukweli. Ni ajabu sana sababu Nairobi United sioni sababu recently Mathare wamekuwa wazuri sana. Wameshinda matches alafu unapata wanafungwa na mtu ambaye akona red card. Ni ajabu sana. Kwa hivyo sikutarajia hiyo mechi kama Nairobi United itatingisha Mathare United, lakini all in all wamechukua ushindi. Tukienda pale Mombasa pia ni unajua Bandari nafikiri tangu wakichukua kochi mpya kama sijakosea wamekuwa na performance nzuri sana sababu wameondoka kule chini wakapanda huku juu kiasi. Whereby pia nao wamepoteza kwa ni Kariobangi Sharks kama sijakosea. Wamepoteza kwa Ulinzi Stars. Na Ulinzi ilikuwa na red card. Sasa hiyo ni mechi nyingine pia ya ajabu sababu ukiangalia Ulinzi hawamo kabisa. Ulinzi hawamo, hawana nguvu ya kufunga Bandari nyumbani. Tena hata on top of that wako na red card. Mimi chenye naweza sema ni kwamba wale walijituma, waliamka vizuri, wamechukua ushindi, lakini pia nataka tu naimiza kitu kimoja kwa FKF. Mpira Kenya, watu wakuwe serious na mpira.
Mafanzo wapenda ball ama
tunapenda mpira.
But Danko
wakuwe serious na mpira.
Danko kuna kitu unajua
watu waache mchezo.
Watu lazima watofautishe Football Kenya Federation
Uzuni point
na clubs na fans. Hao ni vitu mbili different.
Okay.
Kuimarisha mpira hii Kenya ni clubs. So when you want players to be serious or football to be serious, clubs sana. Alafu federation unajua wale ni policy na kuendesha hizi vitu. So wao wako na role zao za kufanya na clubs nazo ziko na role zao.
So ni federation ikuwe serious ama clubs ikuwe serious?
Wote wawili wako serious. But unasema huwezi sema bole ya Kenya ikuwe serious upoint federation peke yake. Lazima pia clubs zikuwe serious kwa kiwango fulani. Ndiposa mashabiki nao hao watu wawili wakiwa serious then mashabiki pia watakam. But
unajua there is a reason as to why actually I support him. There is a reason as to why ukienda pale Tanzania unapata mechi ndogo watu wamejaza stadium. Kwa sababu number one, there is good marketing. Mpira wa Kenya, we really do not invest in marketing. Now we really do not encourage these players to brand themselves. Unapata mchezaji baada ya kukipiga kabumbu kwa mfano katika timu kubwa zaidi humu nchini FC Leopards, anaporetire ama kubwaga manyanga, unapata huyu mchezaji anakwenda kuishi katika maisha yake unapoiangalia kidogo ni maisha yapo tu kwa sababu hakupatiwa advice wakati alipokuwa at the peak ambapo alikuwa anacheza mpira. So na feel it's high time we invest a lot in marketing. So it's a wholesome type of a thing kwa wachezaji, kwa klabu, kwa shirikisho FKF na kwa mashabiki.
All right, we are going to take thank you guys. We are going to take a short break, but usiondoke because we have a lot to talk about. Mashemeji derby and then English Premier League. Tonight, Arsenal playing against Newcastle, but the headliner before the Arsenal game is Tottenham playing against already relegated side, that is Wolverhampton. We're going to take a short break, lakini usiondoke.
Face the future with confidence by acquiring additional skills that will make you competitive in the job market. Enhance your skills by undertaking professional short courses at Mount Kenya University's Center for Professional Development. These programs include Certified Human Resource Professional, Certified Public Accounts, Certified Associate in Project Management, Certified Procurement and Supply Professional, Certified Forensic Fraud Examiner, Chartered Institute for Securities and Investment, Cisco Networking, Cloud and Cybersecurity Solutions, Certified Investment and Financial Analyst. Application is through admission.mku.ac.ke or reach us on 0709 153 195 or 0709 153 194. Mount Kenya University, unlocking infinite possibilities.
Yami na flow kama maji, juu ni tamu kama sali. Ni juicy. Are you bored? Kuna vitu zinakuudhi, usijali my bro, ibu kama taka juicy juni.
Over 1900 games brought us here, but history doesn't care about the journey.
The Premier League is the best league in the world.
La Liga is far and beyond the biggest winner.
It only remembers how it ends.
You bought it.
8 titles. 1 month of mayhem to decide them all. Stay connected and watch GOtv to catch the football season finale this May. It's on.
At Nairobi Grace Chapel, where community, fellowship, and worship unites us all.
But the question is, did you know God does not look at the outside?
Join us from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for a live church experience to ignite your soul. You do not want to miss out.
Alright, karibu tena. This is TV47 Sports Extravaganza and my name is Duncan Tua. I'm not alone. Sibuola coaches ako hapo. Ba Prince, nilikuwa nakuita Ba Prince.
I am.
Edgar yuko na mwalimu pia yuko. Lakini I don't know why you guys usually call him mwalimu.
Mwalimu.
Mwalimu Nyerere.
Na mwitanga mwalimu.
Si mwalimu yule.
Mwalimu?
Si mwalimu. Si mwalimu. Umeona walimu vile, umeona walimu mahali wako na vile wanafanya. Wanaelea sana mambo ya nini. Sasa unaona yeye ako hapa. Yeye ako hapa.
Yeye ni mwalimu. Anyway guys, we're still talking about matters to do with football. Apart from the Kenya Football Federation saga, Hussein Mohamed, McDonough Mariga and the whole executive members. We are going to talk matters to do with Mashemeji derby. Kesho pia ni kubwa. Gor Mahia playing against FC Leopard and they're saying, you know, this is a title contention match. Mmoja akipigwa asahau. Mwingine akishinda basi kuna uwezo anaweza toa ushindi. Apart from that, live via TV47 from 5 p.m. until games ishe, we're having Tottenham playing against Wolverhampton. We're going to give you an in-depth analysis on that match, and then later on Arsenal playing against Newcastle. Live updates here at TV47. So keep the conversation going on our social media platform. TV47 Kenya pale Instagram and TV47 on YouTube. Tuko live pia on my social media platform at Dan Come To Us on Instagram, Facebook and even X. So guys, Mashemeji derby, sijui nianze na alisema aliama Kariobangi akaenda Nairobi, sasa yuko Ingwe. Ingwe inacheza kesho.
Mimi niko Ingwe tangu niko na miaka 8. Alafu hiyo familia nzima, babu yangu alikuwa ni Gor Mahia, mjombangu Gor Mahia, lastibon wakina mamangu Gor Mahia. Mimi peke yangu nilikuwa nawakilisha Ingwe. Chui. Mimi ni chui damu tangu nikiwa mdogo. Nairobi United ni ya kila kabila.
Lazima
ya kabila na Nairobi United. Sasa mimi timu yangu ni FC Leopard. Umeelewa? Hata ukiingia Facebook nini utaona nimevaa jezi ya FC Leopard 2012 huko nyuma huko. Kwa hivyo ile hipo nimeshangaa sana, timu kubwa Gor Mahia wanajiita timu kubwa kama mashabiki wa Manchester United. Timu kubwa hiyo ambayo ni Gor Mahia wanalia wamewekewa pesa nyingi kuingia kwa uwanja. Umeelewa? Sasa ile inadhihirisha nini? Kuna rafiki yangu mmoja pale upande kule naishi kule Umoja huko. anasema kwamba ile tiketi wamewekewa pesa nyingi, sababu ya nini? Mashabiki wasiingie wengi, wakapata Gor Mahia wakapata ushindi. Kwa hivyo ndio ni game imechezwa hiyo na bodi ya FC Leopard. Kwa hivyo chenye nawahimiza tu Gor Mahia waingie kwa uwanja bila kuogopa FC Leopard, sababu wanajua FC Leopard katikati. FC Leopard katikati wanamiliki mpira kwa asilimia kubwa sana.
Hawa ni wana Arsenal.
Kwa hivyo kesho, bila shaka kesho, kikuti hakitakuwa rahisi kwa Gor Mahia. Wajipange na mapema na walale salama wakingoja kupigwa na FC siku ya kesho.
Edgar, big fan of Mashemeji, right?
Yeah.
A big fan of FC Leopard, right?
Yeah.
Currently, you look at Gor Mahia, they're on top of the table, but 2 points behind FC Leopard. Tomorrow, a title decider ama bado, kuna mwenye atapigwa bado can make a move.
It's a title decider, but again, we also have some matches to play. For me, if you're going to that match, I feel like, or rather I believe, timu ambayo itakuwa na more concentration ndio itakuwa ikiibuka na ushindi. Unapoingia katika kipute cha Mashemeji, it's more of pressure from the fans. It's not even if you are able to contain that pressure from the fans, bila shaka unaweza ukibuka kidedea, kwa sababu unapoingia katika Mashemeji derby unafaa ukuwe very keen kusikiliza kipenga cha referee ni gani, kwa sababu vipenga wao vinalia sana katika kiwanja. Unapata mtu ana lose concentration, umepigwa bao. So for me, nawatakia FC ushindi, ila it's more of how will they handle that pressure, both from Gor Mahia and also FC Leopards.
Who will be playing under pressure? Because look at FC Leopard, wanasema sisi tumerelax, tumetulia. Labda objective yetu ya this season was to finish top 4 and maybe win the Football Kenya Federation Cup. Gor Mahia on the other side, they failed to win a title last season. This season, they must win. So who's playing under pressure, Gor or FC?
First of all, I'm a FC Leopard fan by birth.
By birth.
Yeah, many FC Leopard fans. But tomorrow's match, I can tell you for a fact, it's a match that is going to be ile team tashinda itakuwa bragging rights. That's hivyo. It's all about title contenders. It's all about bragging rights. Because if you remember, there was a time FC Leopards was not doing very well, but ukistana Gor Mahia inakuwa it's all about bragging rights. But this time round, we have started seeing the football here in Kenya coming to life because Gor Mahia and FC Leopards wako at par, all of them, number 1, number 2. So tomorrow's match is going to be a very tough match, and the team that is going to be under pressure, it's FC Leopards. Why am I saying that? Because FC Leopards will be going if you see the last time FC Leopards walibeba ligi ilikuwa 1998, so they are in a lot of pressure to take or to win tomorrow's match. Ukiangalia vizuri tumekuwa tuna fumble sana, na pia God willing pia Gor Mahia pia wamekuwa na fumble. So tomorrow I think the best team will win, and the best team there, it will be FC Leopards. But Wasco pia very sure, because pia Gor Mahia is not a team that you can just brush off. It's a team that came to fight on a fight. But recently, FC Leopards, we have good players, quality players, and this one goes to the coaches. If I was FC Leopards coaches, I could have just told them, guys, it's a machine. Tuingie tujibambe, less pressure, whether we win or not win, this is football. Let's enjoy the match.
But Prince, Gor Mahia yet to beat FC in the last 3 matches. In the first leg, FC Leopard won 1-0. It's second leg now.
I have 3 things to say. 1, and I want to say this categorically, no one is winning tomorrow. It is a draw. It will be a draw. And mashabiki wa FC, mashabiki wa Gor, mimi si fan wa timu yote hapo. Mimi ni neutral, and I'm telling you the truth. Wacheni kujipiga kifua. I'm surrounded by AFC fans. It is fine, but I'm telling you, no one is winning tomorrow. And hii tutaiangalia baadaye. Number 2, I am very happy that for the first time in so many years, we are having a real Mashemeji derby. There's a time we sat here and I said, na mdomo yangu kwamba AFC versus Gor sio game kubwa ya hii season. Last year, unakumbuka FC mlikuwa wapi? Ile haikuwa derby. Now this time, number 1 na 2, at least itakuwa better. Number 3, watu wako very afraid kwenda kwa uwanja. And I can tell them, don't be afraid. There is no single time. Mwangalie game mingi zote, nyingi sana magame kubwa. There is no day AFC Leopards fans washaipigana na Gor Mahia fans.
Ni kitambo.
Hakuna, ni kitambo sana na hiyo story iliisha. Usiogope kwenda grao. Because hiyo ndio kasumba iko mtaani. Usiogope kwenda grao, by the way. Pale hakutatoke. Wale majamaa wanaenda wengine isukuti hapa, wengine huku na wanatoka na wanaenda home. Hiyo mimi sijaona of late. But I can tell you, AFC nimeona tactically they rested some players during their last matches. Especially the recent one. I saw James Kinyanjui did not play. Alikuwa bench na kina Taiso pia walikuwa kidogo rested, walitolewa. So it was a tactical by the brothers, and I think they have an advantage. And if AFC kama itakuja na story attacking from the wings, because I know they are very strong. Kiangalia wingers wao wako strong. Itakuwa ngumu because Gor pia imejipanga, they have good right and left backs. So hii ni kitu ambayo ndo inanifanya mimi nasema itaisha draw. Na Danko, usiogope kunipigia simu ikisha draw.
Draw ya ngapi ngapi?
Beti yangu
Draw ya ngapi ngapi?
Hapa tuachie wachezaji.
Lakini unajua Danko,
tuachie wachezaji, lakini ni draw.
You have to predict with the scoreline.
Ni draw ni.
Danko, unajua coming from a Chelsea fan, I don't think people will take this guy serious because
You can't even predict.
But Chelsea wengi wame lose because of this guy. Amekuwa anapata Chelsea fan.
No,
in this show. Goja, umekuwa unapata so many guys hopes on this show. Ukiwa na Tony.
Hakuna siku mimi
so there is no way.
Kama
when was the last time you predict Chelsea itapigwa?
Nani mimi
When was the last time you predict?
Mimi nika-predict, mimi sijakaa
kila wakati tumekuwa hapa kisema
kila siku Chelsea icheza.
When can you produce
so I think
unajua everything here is on record.
So
everything here is
so I think
produce the clip.
Tunakwambia so I think before hata kuchukulia serious mpaka the end of the season. Tutaanza kuchukulia serious.
Hata nakata kama iko serious.
Yes.
Haya tufanye aje? Amnichukulie serious.
English sawa.
Kesho wakitoka draw. Unanipa nini hapa?
Kesho kutoka draw.
Si mnasema anichukulie.
Nakubaya lunch.
Jezi ya Chelsea
Ancha 70 bo. Taja do hapa.
Jezi ya Chelsea.
Jezi ya Chelsea unanipa wakitoka draw.
Ilienda wapi ile yako? Siku hizi upande.
Iko nazo bwana.
Excuse uvai. Avai.
Wakitoka draw. Sema scoreline.
No.
Nataka niku
No, ni draw. Whether ni 10-10, 20-20 ni draw. Hiyo draw kwanza tuende hiyo. Hiyo ya mabao ni ya wachezaji na makochi.
2000 from my director this Nick Mwendo.
2K. Yeah. 2K.
Mavindi.
Haya.
Sawa.
Wangwana, I hope you
how much lakini lazima useme specifically.
Hivyo guys.
Wacha kunikona.
Hivyo guys.
Unataka wakitoka draw yako
draw.
Tutakuletea jezi.
Ya
Chelsea.
Maliza guys.
Uko tayari? 2K.
Mimi nakubaya lunch. Yes.
Hii mechi hakuna draw. Ukweli ni huwa hakuna draw na mimi nasema hakuna draw. Mwanzo Gor Mahia kusema ule ukweli niache bwembwe, nikiacha bwembwe za kwamba mimi ni shabiki mkubwa FC Leopard. Game ya mwisho nafikiri tulilose.
Okay.
Tulishinda na Gor.
Okay.
Na Police.
Unaona venye nani?
Kwa hivyo Gor Mahia ina chance kubwa sana ya kuchukua ushindi.
Awenu FC ama Gor.
Chelsea, Gor Mahia, FC Leopard. We having a live match that is Tottenham versus Wolverhampton, and then again we have to give you an in-depth analysis regarding this fixture. Tottenham versus Wolverhampton. Remember, Wolverhampton have already been relegated. Tottenham 2 points away from
relegation.
Saving themselves for number 18. Yeah?
Actually, they're the only team that were 50-50 to be relegated because you can get Burnley also. Burnley kama wako relegated.
You usually have some banter every time, ndio?
Sisi kama Wolves.
A sense of humor. Anyway,
sisi kama Wolves, we are taking Tottenham with us.
Tuanze na Charlie. Acha tuanze na Charlie. Yeah. Acha tuanze na Charlie Rowling from live from London, and sijui anasema nini akitupea in-depth analysis regarding this fixture. Tumsikie.
Habari za mchana TV47. Charlie Rowing, European football reporter, coming to you from the UK. And it's been a thrilling week of Champions League fixtures with the semi-finals now set as Arsenal, Atletico Madrid, Bayern Munich and PSG all make up the final four. And reflecting on the matches, I don't actually think there was a single shock midweek. Sure, some people might say that Atletico getting past Barcelona was a shock, but I don't think so. Atleti have consistently shown that they can beat anyone under Diego Simeone, whilst also transitioning away from being a defensive-focused side and playing some really good football. They put in 2 incredibly organised and professional displays against a strong, but I think at times inexperienced Barcelona side. There's been a few big displays that have raised questions on their game management ability, and I'm thinking back to last season's semi-final against Inter Milan in particular. So it was a very deserved victory for Los Colchoneros, who in fact now for the third time after 2013-14 and 2015-16 knocked Barcelona out of the Champions League quarter-finals. As for Arsenal Sporting Lisbon, well, Sporting were nearly eliminated in the last round by Bodo Glimt after a 3-0 loss in Norway. And whilst their comeback to reach the quarters was impressive, it shouldn't have been needed. Meanwhile, the question has been raised once again of Arsenal's bottle after losing the League Cup final to Man City, going out in the FA Cup to Championship Southampton, and losing 2-1 at home to Bournemouth in the Premier League last weekend. However, the superior quality of the squad is ultimately what got them through, with Kai Havertz's stoppage time goal in the first leg being enough to see the Gunners into the semi-finals. Elsewhere, PSG simply outclassed Liverpool over 2 legs, who have had a lot of problems themselves this season. Yes, I know that Liverpool had chances both in Paris and at Anfield, but you never really felt like PSG were in any danger of losing the tie. Stats-wise, they're overall the best attacking team in the competition this season. And when you have a front three of Kvaratskhelia, Dembele and Doué, the opposition needs to be at their best, and Liverpool was certainly not that. Finally, Bayern Real Madrid was probably the spectacle over 2 legs, and it did not disappoint, with Bayern eventually coming out on top 6-4 in aggregate. Bayern did what they needed to do in both matches, but Real Madrid certainly didn't help themselves. In the first leg, their finishing was wasteful. They gave away 1 goal due to a defensive mistake, and it nearly happened twice. However, credit where it's due, in Germany they did show character to come back into the match and levelled on aggregate 3 times, with a special mention going to Arda Güler, who scored 2 stunning goals on the night. But it was a moment of really ill-timed indiscipline from Eduardo Camavinga that let his side down. I mean, you cannot be getting a second yellow card for knocking the ball away in the 86th minute in a tie like that. And then, of course, a side as experienced and as strong as Bayern Munich took full advantage. Looking deeper, I think Real Madrid are paying the price for a poor strategy this season. They hired Xabi Alonso in the summer after his great work with Bayer Leverkusen. That didn't work out and he left in January, but instead of getting a big name in, they decided to promote from within by going with Alvaro Arbeloa, similar to as they did in 2016 with Zinedine Zidane. But things didn't exactly get off to a flyer with a defeat to second division Albacete in the Copa del Rey in his first game in charge. And now they find themselves 9 points behind Barcelona in La Liga, and it looks like Real Madrid are going to end the season empty-handed, and I fully expect that means a new manager will be coming in the summer. So now, turning our attention towards the semi-finals and 2 huge games with Arsenal, Atletico Madrid and Bayern Munich PSG, what do I think is going to happen? Well, I think Atletico are going to beat Arsenal. I know that I said that Atleti aren't just a defensive side anymore, but they actually have the top overall defensive stats in the Champions League this season. But not only that, they're the 3rd highest goal scorers with 34 goals, and I just think they'll have too much for Mikel Arteta's men over 2 legs. The one glimmer of hope that I would give Arsenal in normal circumstances is the psychological factor of having beaten Atleti 4-0 in the Champions League stage earlier this season, which to be fair was a great result, but Arsenal have got issues of their own trying to get the Premier League title over the line, and I think that the players are going to be too focused on that, which is going to help lead to their downfall in Europe. Wrapping up with Bayern Munich PSG, I think that's a tougher tie to call. Both sides have great attacking threat. In fact, they're each the joint top goal scorers in the competition with 38 goals each, with PSG just shading the overall best attacking stats. They both, however, do give you chances to score, so it might just be a case of who can outscore the other over 2 legs and forgetting all about the defence. If I had to pick a side, I would say PSG, also because they have the most possession in the tournament with 63%, and keeping hold of the ball I think is going to be key in these 2 matches. So there you have it. My pick for the final is Atletico Madrid versus PSG. But whatever happens, be sure to follow all of the action on TV47. Asante Sana.
All right, that's Charlie with an in-depth analysis regarding the UEFA Champions League, where Chelsea playing, Arsenal playing against Sporting Lisbon. And then he was just giving us in-depth analysis of what happened.
Champions
Then
League,
the pair up of the semi-finals. But guys, coming from Charlie to what we are talking about, English Premier League, Wolverhampton playing against Tottenham, I decided this one, and then later on Arsenal playing against Newcastle. Edgar.
Wolverhampton and Tottenham. For me, I'm going for a Tottenham win. I want a league that is competitive. You know, Chelsea fans are very wanauoga fulani kwamba Tottenham wanapobaki katika ligi, the London derby type of a thing. So for me, I'm really rooting for Tottenham to win that game. Wolverhampton have already been relegated. And I know my colleague here and Chelsea fan is very happy when Tottenham go down with Wolves. But it's going to be a tough one. And I hope Tottenham players are able to perform under pressure. Because Wolverhampton players are coming to this game after they have already been relegated. They have nothing to lose. So wanaenda pale kujibamba. And Tottenham, they have everything to fight for, to remain in the English Premier League.
Mwalimu Tote pia wamesumbua. Change coaches. What is happening?
Tote wamekuwa na injuries nyingi sana. Watu wengi hawajajua. Ndio imechangia sana wao kushuka. Lakini kwa saa hii tunavyoongea, nafikiri kuna players kama 6 washarudi katika ile first 11, players 6-7 hivi wako ndani. Kwa hivyo leo bila shaka ni leo Tottenham itapata ushindi kwa urahisi sana tena kwa Wolves.
Okay, give us your prediction on what is happening. Tottenham versus Wolverhampton. What is your prediction? Tuambie pale on our social media platform, TV47 Kenya, Facebook, TV47 News on X, and even TV47 on YouTube. Na pia namba ya simu pale chini. Unaweza tupredictia prediction yako. Dantos, game ya saizi. Newcastle, Wolverhampton playing against Tottenham.
I think, first of all, as a football fan, I would wish so much that a team like Tottenham not to be relegated, because it's one of the teams that unapata when it comes to derby. Wakiona Chelsea inalitele utamu pia ya ball. I know, like vile Edgar amesema, most of Chelsea fans sahi wako on loan kwa Wolves. Umetoka kutuambia but wako on loan, which is understandable, it's part of football. But I think coming to this match today, it's a must win for Tottenham. So I think Tottenham will carry the day and they will remain on the league. Kwanza kwa hiyo graya mpya, they just deserve to be on the league.
Sibola ashajieka World Cup jezi. Alafu Ba Prince kwa jezi akaambia designer wa ile team, make sure we have a blue.
Yes.
Blue color kwa ile jezi yetu. Ndio Chelsea kipigwa naweza
mjanja. But guys, I don't know, you know, sisi hawa jamaa wanahurumia Tottenham. Sisi tuliwafikisha kwenye wako. Ama ni sisi.
You know, Chelsea is also going down.
Yeah.
You know where? Sisi tuko top 10. We are good. We have had our own problem. Are you talking about Chelsea?
We lose the rest of the matches.
No, we are not.
Guys, Tottenham.
At least we wako Walanda na nitetea. Sasa niko na mani.
No, me I'm neutral. Me I'm neutral.
But mimi nimejipanga. Let me tell you, Tottenham kwa timu nyingi sana ambazo honestly ziko pale na hazideserve ni Tottenham. Look at their squad. I can read them for you. My friend, look at this squad. We have a player like Bissouma. One year down the line, Ujamaa alikuwa worth 100 million. Manchester United wanted him. Remember? Hakuenda. 100 million. Hawa ni wachezaji, angalia Richarlison. That's mpaka ako bench kwa game yenye ni kama on the relegation. What does it tell you? It is telling you that hapa kuna shida kubwa na si wachezaji, because angalia Spence, our very own Kenyan man, Spence pia
alituruka usi.
But I can't tell you. But I can't tell you. Unajua damu.
Aliwaruka
tujisikina.
Hata kama Tottenham wataenda relegation, kwa sababu mimi naona wakienda relegation. Kuna players ambao hawezi enda relegation.
Xavi Simons, one of the most young talented.
You know, na hii team mimi naona ikiharibika ama ikiruka ikienda hiyo nini, kwa sababu watu wote wanaenda. Hawawezi.
The implication of a team going to relegation inamaanisha kwamba you will have to lose all the best players.
Yes, almost.
Number 2, Tottenham generated a lot of income from viewership, in terms of TV viewership and rights. That is also going down.
Yes.
Number 4, if you look at number 3 rather, if you look at how much Tottenham, in terms of how much the league, the English Premier League gave Tottenham in terms of money in the last season, in terms of their rights, views, and all that. The budget that was given to Tottenham was around £221 million. That amount is enough to run the championship.
And don't forget they won
the whole championship.
Yes. Number 4, Tottenham built a multi-billion stadium. Hiyo stadium yote inaenda kucheza championship aje. So it's just in terms of football,
it's unfair.
and in terms of being a fanatic, I would rather have Tottenham remain on the league and make this league more interesting.
But wao ndo wamejifikisha hapo.
Tottenham is among the top 6 in the English Premier League.
Some wisdom from Edgar.
There's no wisdom there. And actually, they are basing it on the London derby. By the way, we don't care about Tottenham being relegated because hata sisi once we've been relegated and we know how it feels.
But also Pia, they are the reigning champions of Europa.
Yes.
Last season they were in the same situation, but then with their brothers Manchester United.
Yes.
But Man United seem to have gotten something right. Wao kabaki venye wako. Europa League, from Europa League again.
I think unasikianga you separate boys from men. So I think Tottenham walikuwa the men. Unanipata?
They are going
West Ham.
Before nikuja kwa mwalimu niangalie lineup alafu mwalimu atuelezee
Tottenham
ana predict game gani? Ana predict ni gani?
Wanaanza na Kinski kwa post, alafu wako na Spence left back, Van de Ven kama kawaida, Danso, alafu tuko na Poro, tuko na Bentaku katikati na Gallagher. Ebu sikia hiyo majina bana. Alafu Simons, Bisuma na Kolomwani. Just listen to those talents. Alafu Solanke anamaliza pale mbele. Na hapa nani hata apati number Richarlison.
Mwalimu, a quick prediction on this one. Wolverhampton ama Tottenham Hotspur?
Tottenham Hotspur inashinda 3-1. Yaani bila kubembeleza, sababu hawezi shuka ligi kitu wa kwanza. Hasahau mtu wa Chelsea, hasahau kabisa. Hawezi shuka ligi. Forest ama West Ham mmoja ndiye atashuka.
Forest hawezi shuka.
Forest is
kidogo tu. You need 1 point
Anahitaji
point moja.
Point moja ya kuwa safe.
Half time Tottenham 1.
Kila mtu ashinde mechi zake.
Tuendelee. Okay. I'll tell my producer Boni.
Kila mtu ashinde game zake, wewe umeshinda zako.
Sipokuona half time hapa tutajua tumekuja.
Half time I'm going for a 1-0 in favor of Tottenham, even though Wolverhampton are going to give in a very good fight in terms of that game in the first half, because they want their, as my brother said, wanawataka jamaa wanasema sisi sote tuende tukacheza championship. So in terms of the position that remain, or rather someone that remains on the league, it's more of between Tottenham and West Ham, the two teams, because Leeds somehow they are safe, they just need a point to remain in the league. So mimi nawapigia upato West Ham wakwenda huko chini, Tottenham wabaki kwenye league.
Tottenham wanaenda relegation na game inaisha 1-0 in favor of
jamaa wanagoteana kwanza. Sijui wanagoteana kwa nini hao.
But I think
first half
West Ham okay.
1-0 Wolves win. Na Tottenham wanaenda relegation.
First half prediction.
First half 0-0.
Abu ongea sasa bila
wacha wasiwasi.
Tulia hapo kwa kiti tunakuona.
Tottenham wanaenda relegation na hii game ya leo Wolverhampton wanashinda 1-0.
It's going to be a tough match because first half watakuwa na Joanna. So I think first half itakuwa 0-0.
Right, live pictures pale tunaona.
I think itakuwa 0-0 because wote
teams zishaingia. Okay, so we are going to cross over to the English Premier League. Tottenham versus Wolverhampton, and then there's